Hello and welcome back to Canvas and Pixels by Next Layers. In this lesson, I'll be talking about faster and intelligent method to get your books done. If you are ready, let's dive into it. Welcome back. Now, the goal of this video is to explain smarter ways of getting things done. Now, this video is not for beginners. If you have not seen the video where I talked about how to lay a book from start to finish, please refer to the link that is showing on your top right corner, or check the link in the description below. Let's proceed. So you recall that we worked on this book. All right, I think I'll just open it where we started from the beginning and we were able to do something really nice, so what I wanted to teach us is, now that you know how to lay this book, let's assume that you get another book. You have a new client now and you want to lay another book. I'm going to show you two methods where you can work faster, and there is a bonus towards the end, so you need to watch this till the end. The first method is that we are going to start with this document. Normally what we will do is to go to File, open a new one, and then you start setting your margins, your master page. But no, we're not going to do all that. Since we have already set our margin, we will just continue from here. So how do I do that? First of all, come to your page panel, right click on the first page and say insert page. Say insert page before. Did you notice that it was page after? Say before page, and change it to your master A. All right, click OK. What happened is that a blank page has been inserted before the main work you have done before. So you double click on 2 and 3, which is where you have worked on before. Scroll all the way down, hold down your shift and select the last page, then delete it. Just say OK. All right, when you delete it, now you have a blank page. Please do not forget to save as. Please save as the new file that you're working on now. So now, so I will just do a save as, like I have said. Let me just put it on my desktop. I'll just put anything. It's just for the sake of class. All right, so now I will bring in a new one. All right, so I will say Control D. Control D is a place command, and then I will just click on that. Allow it to load. The loading is depending on how much your document is. This document is a bit heavy, so I'll hold down my shift and then click down to place. So it will place the text and add the extra pages for me, Now, what we have succeeded in doing is to bypass opening a new document, setting margins, creating running header, creating numbering. That's 4 things. Then creating paragraph style afresh. All this, creating character styles afresh. Isn't that a faster way to work? I mean, with that, now you can just continue what you are doing. All right. Now, I mentioned that this is also assuming that we are using the same size of the previous book for this new book. Now, recall that this book is 5.5 by 8.5. The question is, what if you want to make it another size? That's saying this new book is another size. It's another size. So let's change that. You come to your A master. All right. What I did was to double click on it, go to your file, document setup, and then let's change the page size. Let's say 6, and I'll say 9. I'll click OK. Now, when I do that, when I get back to my page, note what has happened. Now, the text frame is not fitting in properly. And I'm not sure I want to tell you to manually adjust this like this. That would be a long task. The idea behind you using Adobe InDesign is to work smarter and also achieve good results. So how do we fix this problem? Very easy. You come to your text tool, click inside your text frame and press Ctrl A. Ctrl A is to select all. If you're on Mac, you press Command A and then you press Ctrl X or Command X if you're on Mac. What we have done now is to remove all the text. Go back to your page 1, right click on page 1, insert a new page before page 1, let it be master A. I'll click OK. Now we have the kind of page we are looking for. Come to page 2 and 3. What I did was to double click, scroll all the way down, hold down your shift and click the last page and then delete. All right, just say OK to delete. Now we have the kind of page that we're looking for. Get to your text tool, click so that you can have your cursor and Ctrl V. Two things can happen when you press Ctrl V. Either it auto flows. To auto flow means that it will insert all the text and also insert pages for you. The second thing that can happen is that, hey, look, this bluish tiny shape will be showing red and you will only have one page. You will click on it, insert a second page and hold down your shift and then click down for it to auto flow. I hope we are following. Now let me introduce you to the second method. The second method is equally interesting. All right. The second method is interesting. The second method looks like what we have done before. That is, you create a new file. All right. Determine the size you want. I want 6 by 9. I want it to be facing page, then I'll leave every other thing. Okay, I want primary text frame and I'll say create. All right. This is like the way we have done before. You would then go to master page A, all right, and set your margins. You know, I'll just quote some figures: 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. I'll make this one 0.7. Now, please note that the numbers are quoted now are not fixed figures. These are figures that I've worked with for some time and I've checked after production. My spacing seems to look very good. The way to test this is to try it and print it out on a paper to see what it looks like. All right, so let's continue. I'll click OK, go back to my page and then place. Ctrl D or Command D on Mac. All right, I'll wait for it to load and then I'm going to paste. Now, I'm going to introduce something to you now that will also save you time. So now what we have done is to place the text. You recall that the next thing we'll now start doing after placing this text is to now start creating paragraph style, character style, and so on and so forth. Then we'll now start doing find and replace. But you could bypass two things. You can bypass creating paragraph style. You can bypass creating character style. How do you do that? You load them from another document. To load paragraph style and character style, come to your paragraph panel or your character panel, to the top right, click on it and say load paragraph style. You see that sometimes even me, I'm still looking for it. Load paragraph style. Then I will look for the document where I want to load the paragraph style from. It is from this one. I'll click on it. I'll say open. Now, when I say open, look at what happened. He will bring all the character style and paragraph style that is inside that same document. I will uncheck all because I don't want to bring everything. I just want to bring what I need. I know that this document will need page starter. There are no parts, so I don't need part number. I don't need part title. I need chapter number. I need chapter title. I need body text. I need TOC. TOC in my own case is table of content. I need body first. I need subhead. I don't need reflections. I need list styles. I need ISBN. I don't need lines. Then I'll keep scrolling. Then I can see character style. Instead of creating them one by one afresh, I can see bold and italics. Italics, bold. I think that will be all that I need. And I will just say OK. Look, after saying OK, look at them. It's well loaded for you. Character style is also waiting for you. Isn't that interesting that you will not have to waste time creating what you have already done in one document before? You don't need to create them again. I hope you are following. Now, I wanted to show you one last trick. This is a bonus one. You know, when we work on InDesign and we do find a replace for all the styles, and then we will now come to our page starter like this. You say page starter, and then you click on, I know that this is body first, I'll say body first. Did you notice that spacing? How many of us remember how to fix this? Please, if you don't know how to resolve this, refer to the links that is showing at the top right, or refer to the description below where I talk about baseline grid. All right, so let's continue. So I'm not going to bother about this. I'll just, you now say body text, and so on and so forth. But there is a way you could apply these multiple styles at once. For example, if I want to apply chapter number, chapter title, and body text, instead of clicking one by one and say chapter number, chapter title, and body first, I can use one click to fix all the three. So I will undo, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Just follow me carefully. I will edit my chapter number. I right click on it. That's what I did. I will edit, and when I come here, it's asking me what's the next style I want after my chapter number. I'll say I want to do chapter title. I will say okay, and I will go to my chapter title. I will right click on it. I will say edit. Now it's asking me what is the next style I want to apply after my chapter title. I will say I want body text. Then I'll click OK. To apply the 3 paragraph styles at once, I will just highlight from chapter number, chapter title, and body first. Just right click on chapter number and say apply chapter number, the next style. Apply chapter number, the next style. What will happen? That's it. The 3 are done at once. So look, I can move to the next one. Instead of doing it one by one, you just apply the 3 and right click on chapter number. Boom. Isn't that amazing? I hope you have been able to learn 1 or 2 things in this class. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. See you in the next class.